I'm Erin O'Donnell. Welcome to the Losing Coach Talk Show. We're making weight loss entertaining. We're joined by our studio audience here, and as always, the Losing Coach creator and founder, Shelly Johnson. Today, we get to do something really great. We get to experience our studio audience. They want to share with us questions, comments, and even their personal experiences as they've put the Losing Coach process into practice. And we want you to be able to hear from them so that you know that this is real and you're not alone. Well, during our break, we were sharing some experiences and talking, and Amanda said that something that we had said really pinged for her. And so I wanted her to share some things that she was learning as a result of what we were discussing about judgment and love and all those things.
Yeah. Well, you're talking about your family.
Yeah.
And Erin, specifically, you were talking about how providing meals for your family was a way to show love. And my question is kind of a practical thing. So what do you do when you actually have a family member, say a spouse, who that is one of the ways that they actually receive love is by having someone provide something for them? And like, for example, my schedule is kind of chaotic, and sometimes I'm not home to make dinner. And what I get the question a lot, well, what's for dinner? What am I supposed to do for dinner? What am I supposed to do for this? And of course, like that cuts me, because I'm like, okay, so maybe I shouldn't go do these things because I should be at home.
You're immediately feeling judgment. So your
Exactly.
emotional reaction is communicating to you that you're feeling judgment. So let's break it down very, very simply. That person asked you 3 very simple questions. Sometimes they're all 3 at one time, and sometimes it's just one of those 3. They're very, very simple questions that actually have a very, very simple answer. But because of all of the judgment that you personally feel, your brain was immediately flooded with a hormone from the stress, from the anxiety, from a feeling of I'm being threatened. Whether you realize it or not, there is no threat, but your goodness is being threatened. It's being questioned. So you couldn't access your frontal lobe. You couldn't access your rational thinking. That's how you know you're under judgment. This is very important. If you can't answer a simple question, you're under judgment 9 times out of 10. Because you're a woman who has struggled with her weight, judgment is very, very prominent for you. So you're being flooded with emotion and you can't access your rational thinking. I watched our neurologist say, okay? So right there, you can't even answer the question. Right there in that moment, you have to stop and say, my goodness is not in question.
Right.
You have to put that aside and say now, and then out comes your rational thinking. What did he ask me? What am I going to do for dinner? Whatever you want. How am I supposed to get food? Go get some. Were you planning on making dinner? No. That simply answering the question, but you can't do that when you're flooded with emotion.
It is the landscaping analogy,
Yes.
right? Because there's something inside of you that is questioning, like she said, am I good? Am I a bad wife because I'm not thinking about dinner for my husband? You're actually holding yourself in contempt for it. So I use my landscaping analogy, okay? Like my landscaping sucks.
You have landscaping?
I think. I think so. Okay? And literally, any of you can come over and insult my landscaping. I really don't care. Okay, you can come insult my flowers. I don't hold myself in contempt for that. So it won't affect me. I'm not going to respond to that insult or that questioning or that threat because I've attached none of my goodness as a person to the purple flowers that my husband dug up. Okay?
So think about my mom asking me the question. Now, my mom, where did I learn how to be good in the kitchen? My mom is just this amazing cook, okay? My sisters are these amazing cooks. I mean, this is part of what it is to be a female in my family. And my mom asking me just last week, do you cook anymore? 3 years ago, I would have gone, what? And I went, no, I don't cook anymore. Because it doesn't bother me, because I know who I am, because I don't have any sort of personal judgment about I resolved it. So that's how you answer the question. First, recognize your emotion. You're going to have to deal with that because she's wounded. She's hurting. Go and talk to her and affirm her and tell her she hasn't done anything wrong. But don't lay that on the person who asked you the question. They really just wanted an answer to the question.
What's for dinner?
Whatever you want. Good news. Whatever you want. Great.
I actually have kind of a follow-up.
Yes.
Because, we had all, everybody's kind of talked about a little bit, like how much weight they've lost.
Yes, so how much?
And so I'm like 8 or 9 pounds.
Yeah.
And so for me, and Erin, you know this, like I didn't even want to come and do the program because I'm like, but I'm not 30 pounds overweight. I've only got like 15, so I'm like, okay, so I just need to probably quit eating less. I kind of know this, but it's all of those things that I felt like, okay, I'm not really messed up enough, or like, it's like, but I don't want to say it that way, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not, I should be able to do this on my own.
That's what it was. I should be able to do this on my own. It's under 15 pounds that I want to lose. And that I'm a real defender of all women. Whether you are underweight or morbidly obese, you deserve to be treated with dignity. And you deserve to feel loved and know that you are loved and that you are worthy. And you deserve to weigh whatever you want to weigh. And so I've worked with women who have 5 pounds to lose. Because the pain that they are in is just as real as the pain that I was in when I had 56 pounds to lose. It doesn't matter. It still hurt her. And the fact that our society is saying, well, what's your problem, skinny bitch? It's only 5 pounds. It's so painful. Who's helping her? She's still dealing with judgment. And that's something that Amanda and I spend a lot of time talking about. Amanda, this is real to you. And no one is going to stand in judgment over you because it's just 8 pounds. It's significant to you. And as women, we have got to stand up for one another and say, whatever it is you want, I'm here to help you get it. That's what it is to be beautiful. Shelley and I talk about the gold medal platform. And when you see a woman who's quote unquote arrived in her physical beauty, it's like putting a gold medal on her, right? Well, I'm all about, let's just build the platform bigger. Who wants to come up here? I'll help. What do you need? Because I know what it's like to be alone. And I know what it's like to be embarrassed. Yes, I was really overweight. I was obese. But I had so many other things going on in my life. I should have been able to get this taken care of. Good grief, I studied exercise physiology in college. Good grief, I'm a gifted athlete. Good grief, my mom was granola before it was hip to be granola, right? But I needed another woman to come alongside of me and say, I don't care. I don't care. You're a woman and you feel trapped. Let me help you get out. So that's why at Losing Coach, it doesn't matter whether you're underweight. It doesn't matter whether you're overweight. It doesn't matter how much or how little weight you want to lose. We know that these principles can be put into practice to help you get the body that you want. And that's the truth. And there you have it. Well, I'm Erin O'Donnell with The Losing Coach. Thanks so much for watching. We're really glad that you were here. If you want to be a part of our studio audience, please contact us. We'd love to have you. Keep watching these videos. Check back every month for sure because we've got new content. Here's to your weight loss success. The Losing Coach. Lose the lies, lose the weight. It's this way.